Willie Moise, that situation?
Willie Moise, it didn't fall through. I believe he didn't sign anywhere. Still trying to figure out academic issues. He might actually become a JUCO guy, and that's perfectly fine. There's still success in JUCO. I mean, anyone that's ever watched Last Chance U, I mean, you see that these players still go on and have successful lives and sign at Division I institutions. If that's the route that he does decide to take. And if he can be a part of the program, I would love to have him. But that was about it. Of course, we solidified Isaiah Dunson, the 6'2" corner out of Georgia, so that was big for us. But like I said, he signed his letter of intent at like 7 a.m. We basically felt like that's it. We were chilling for the rest of the day. I mean, we could watch the Javonte Williams signing, and if we wanted to, but we weren't really going to trip either way because I love the fact that we went full press, put it all out there. And like I said, literally, it feels like I'm repeating myself. An entire week ago, I said, what's the worst that could happen if you give your all to one of the best safeties, either number one or number two, depending on whichever website you use. Number one or number two safety in the country. We're pretty thin at safety. A lot of the players are going to be moving on at that position at the end of this year with Light Skin Warrior or Amari Carter, because Light Skin Warrior is going to be a redshirt junior. Amari Carter is already a senior, so we're going to get even more thin at that position. And technically, Mark, we really run three safeties because we have a free, we have a strong, and a striker, which is for our bigger safeties. So, that even depletes some of the depth at the safety position. So that is just to bring him in, man. Just what an exciting feeling to bring him in. And that was all that really happened for the University of Miami on Wednesday.
NCIS Fanatic 21's having some fun with you. Wholesome One waiting on that touchdown against Louisiana Tech.
Me and you both, brother.
It's over.
Me and you both.
It's over.
We didn't get it done, and that's fine. I believe the 2019 season was needed. Last I've spoken about multiple times, Mark, these changes don't happen if Miami doesn't hit rock bottom. Miami doesn't lose to FIU. These changes don't happen. Miami goes 8-4, or what would that be? 8-5, including the bowl game. 8-5, 9-4. We keep all those coaches. We keep a lot of those players that were quote unquote, cancers or not really what we want to keep in a program because we would have been winning somewhat and been successful somewhat. All right, we might have even had the Orange Bowl bid at one point. That was a big thing, to a rematch with Florida. Or maybe even they even thought that we were going to have a game against Alabama, which would have went horrible for Miami. Yeah. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, guys. Not that I'm happy about it. Not that like I say on my channel, the standard needs to stay national championship. But expectations can fluctuate because year to year, week to week, things change. You never know. All right. But at the end of the day, going into the 2020s, Miami has made decisions to modernize and to become like these other programs. Something as simple as bringing in other position coaches to be quality control, which is stuff that SEC, Big 12, Big 10 teams have been doing for well over a decade now that Miami was not doing. Miami would give those positions to former players or really nice guys or film analysis. No, we're actually going in and getting former high school head coaches and bringing them in the South Florida area, bringing them into the University of Miami and giving them jobs. So guess what? When they say, hey, I know this player is a dog. I know this player knows football. I know this player has a high football IQ because I coached him. Or one of my good friends coaches him. I know his position coach. I know the defense that they run, and it's very similar to ours. So he would be a great fit here, coach. I know a guy that's one of those 2 stars that no one's talking about, that if we can get him in the weight room and reshape his body, he can be a great player. And building those relationships and basically rebuilding the relationships that Coach Al Golden really destroyed in South Florida as far as the inner city schools, and bringing in those coaches to be a part of our staff. And that's something that Coach Manny Diaz has done over the last month. And, man, I mean, coaches like Telly Lockett, former Miami Northwestern offensive coordinator and Miami Central head coach, former national championship winning head coach at Miami Central. You know, bringing him in as an offensive analyzer, offensive analyst. That's it. But to bring him in and have him a part of this program is going to take it to a whole nother level for Miami as far as the respect we have in Dayton, Broward County. That's huge.